Today on episode 26 of the Backseat Fighter Podcast, I, Charlie Bent, have the absolute honor of speaking with a fighter who can drag you into deep waters, threaten unique submissions, and force you to quit. He's a veteran of the MMA game and the first fighter to appear on the Backseat Fighter for a second time. It's my honor and my pleasure to welcome back to the Backseat Fighter Podcast, Joshua Onwordi. Josh, how's it going?
Thank you. That's quite the intro. I'm good though. I'm good. Thank you for that.
I try my best. I try my best with the intros. I just wanted... it was a bit of a shock to me to swiping on my Instagram and I see that you have a short notice fight against Conor McCarthy. Just tell us how that happened and how you're fighting this weekend at Cage Warriors 188 in Dublin.
Well, I've been trying to get like matches for not a while, but yeah, I've been trying to get matches for a while now, and it's always been like there's always been reasons why the fight didn't come about. So I kind of just like thought I'll leave it for the first half of the year, maybe come back in July or whatever it is. And then his opponent pulled out. And then, that was a fight with like 9 days notice. And I weren't too far off from where I've been training anyway. So
yeah, I've seen you. Sorry to cut you off, but
that's cool.
I've seen you on your Instagram. You keep everyone updated on your runs and stuff. I can see that you've been training really hard. And last time we spoke, you said you wanted to maybe come down to lightweight. Obviously, this is a short notice fight and it's at a catch weight, right? It's at 160 pounds, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. How are you feeling about coming back down to a lighter weight now?
I mean, I wanted to be here anyway. So
right.
It's just that I didn't really have the time to get here the way I wanted.
Right.
But it was still possible where I was kind of in the bracket anyway from training for other fights, which didn't happen. So it's all right. We're here now. That's what we wanted. So we got it now.
The weight cut's a bit harder though, right? Or has the work been put?
Yeah, it's harder, but like it is what it is.
Right,
so that's what you got to do if you want to be there.
And I just wanted to ask you a bit more, just one more question about your fight this weekend, because I want to get talking about some proper stuff. But obviously it's a short notice fight. What do you know about your opponent? What do you know about Conor McCarthy? Obviously you have to step in on, as you said, 9 days notice. That's difficult, right? So what do you know about him? How has that kind of informed your short-term preparation for this big matchup?
Yeah, I mean, obviously there wasn't much time to like go into detail myself about what I know about him. So it was kind of like a little quick overview. And from what I saw, from what we've seen on him, it's not really something that we would struggle with working out. So obviously I don't want to say too much. The fight's tomorrow.
Of course.
Fight tomorrow. So I don't want to say too much in what I know and what I think about what I'm going to do. But it doesn't seem like a puzzle I haven't solved before, basically.
Oh, yeah. No, I hate asking those questions, but I had to get it out of the way because, obviously you're not going to tell me what you're going to do in there. But
it makes sense all day.
Yeah, I had to get that one out of the way. But I mean, from obviously a media perspective, a fan perspective, like even other fighters who maybe are coming up in the game, like we don't understand the pressure of getting in there initially and how hard it is to be a fighter and how hard it is to have a fight professionally, right? But what is the difference in mentality for you? What's the difference in mentality for you when you've had 12 weeks to train in a camp or 8 weeks to train in a camp and now you step it on 9 days notice? What do you have to like tell yourself mentally to be able to get in there and still perform?
That's I mean, if you're doing this, you kind of got to already be at a certain level of you can take fights, not necessarily always at short notice, but you got to have enough belief in yourself anyway to accept the fight in the first place. You can't accept the fight and then start thinking, can I do it or not? Because that's just backwards. So, So like before I took the fight, I was already in that mindset that I could beat this guy. So then the fight comes, and obviously with 12 weeks, you probably even works out better because 12 weeks gives you time to start going in. Like maybe you think you can do it and then you're all positive, and then like 2 weeks in, you might start doubting yourself. And the third, fourth week in, you're back to positive again. With 9 days, you ain't got no time for that. You accept it. That's what you've done. You sign the contracts, and then you just go. So like there is no time to be thinking back and forth on the decision you've made. I've just got to run with it and follow it through.
it's one of those things that's what makes you guys very special human beings, because for everybody else, like it would be the scariest thing in the world to get in a cage with another person on 9 days notice, but you guys are able to kind of lock in mentally and just go for it, which is insane. You mentioned there's like periods in camps throughout maybe in your career where you've had moments of self-doubt. You said 2 weeks in sometime, for example, how can you like get through that self-doubt and then go in a cage and fight someone and believe you're going to win on fight night? Like if you're at some point, there's moments of doubt in your mind.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you've got to believe in yourself as it is, but then also like I say all the time, like your circle also helps a lot. Like if I'm with people who believe, people on the same journey or people who have been down that road, they believe in you too. That helps you believe in yourself as well. And it kind of just joins together. So I wouldn't really have people around me that don't believe I can get to where I want to get to. That's the kind of wrong circles I hang out with. So if I do kind of doubt myself, it might just be me slipping up and then I have the people around me who know where I can get to, or just like, no, Josh, you're just slipping up in your mind. And then I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. And then I'm back on the ball again. So your circle definitely matters and helps. And I thrive off that a lot, I would say personally.
And that's something I wanted to ask you about, because I saw that you have a BKK teammate with you this weekend who's also fighting Charlie Falco, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
How is that helping you? You know, especially on a short notice fight, how is that helping you? You said it's important for the people around you, the circle that you surround yourself with is important to you. How is that helping you this week?
Yes, energy. Like Charlie's always in the gym, like with or without a fight coming up. So that's the sort of like mentality that I thrive off. So if he's doing it, then in turn I'll do it, and then others will see us doing it, and then they'll do it, and then it's just a big chain reaction, really. Right. So
I'm always interested in like the team aspect of MMA, because at the end of the day, it's an individual sport. Like you're in there one-on-one, and that's what makes it a very special, unique scenario, unique sport in itself. But like, can you speak about how kind of team culture works in MMA in BKK fighters, or when you were at the MMA academy or the MMA clinic? I'm sorry. Like, how does that work in the gym? Because I feel like a lot of people want to have that insight into what it's like, you know, to be part of that kind of fraternity or just gym culture.
You just got to build in it, I guess, to start with. Like, you can't just jump into a pro MMA career. You have to kind of take it for what it is as an amateur coming up first. And in your amateur career, you start to experience all these, you know, moments of doubt, and then the team aspects, and feel what it's like to have a coach calling out the right things. Also know what it's like to have coaches in your corner who aren't doing it for you, is doing it for like themselves. And then that's what the amateur career is for. Like you kind of learn all this stuff, and then when you go pro, you kind of, you know where you're at and what you're at, and you're in a better position to understand who's really in it for you, who's doing it selflessly. Like they're not walking you out there expecting a 10% cut. They're walking you out there because they really want you to win. And that's when the actual team of it comes into play. Even though it is you in the cage, you start to get a feel of who is generally there and has your back, and who has your back because they think you'll get somewhere. And then when it doesn't go your way, they're gone. And when it does go your way, it's all like, you know, smiles and well done, right, and I believe in you. And yeah, so you're building it off your amateur career and just experience alone, and then you start to really understand. It's not really something you can explain what it is unless you go through it yourself. That makes sense.
No, and that's, I think, great insight for younger fighters, especially coming up if they happen to listen to this or any of the clips that we'll post. But I think that is great insight for them. But I wanted to, you mentioned in the last time we spoke about the fact that there's been moments in your career when you've been winning and everyone's with you by your side and supporting you, and then you might have suffered a defeat, even if it's just like a decision, you know, split decision or whatever, that people haven't stuck around or they don't believe in you anymore. And I think that was a really incredible conversation for me as someone who was really just starting in this game, speaking to fighters. Like it's like a horrible reality that has kind of become, in my mind a little bit more prominent, especially as I've been, way more. I've watched the UFC, I watch Cage Warriors, and way more involved in the sport. It's the fragility of MMA fandom is crazy to me, especially on social media. I mean, people in person, they're never really going to go up to a fighter and say anything negative, right? So, like, what do you think about that these days? Just more generally in terms of MMA fan culture, where do you think MMA is as a sport? Where do you think the UFC, the top of the sport, is? And just like, yeah, what's your opinion on that? I haven't even prepared that question. I just want to get your opinion.
Yeah, all right. So on your point about winning and having everyone there and losing and then having people not there, that again, going through it is the only way you experience it. And for me back then, that was just me recognizing the situation. So now I'm in a better place where if I do lose and if I do win, I don't really care what happens to the people that come and leave, because I know now who's going to be there regardless of wins and losses. And that's my small circle. So even if I did win, let's say I win this fight, I win the next one, I get a Cage Warriors belt, UFC, whatever it is, and then the fan base goes from 6,000 on Instagram to like 10K. It doesn't matter to me. Like the 10K doesn't matter. I still the fight. The 5,000 right now doesn't matter. It's still the 10. But I didn't know that back then. And I know it now by going through it. So once you get to that point and you're not focused on what happens with the people watching you when you win or lose, it's easier to fight. It's easier to train. It's easier to stay level-headed.
Right.
But again, like I keep saying it like a broken record, it comes through just having to go through all that ups and downs in your past before you start to really understand that is life. And it's not just MMA. That's everything. That's just general life situations as well.
And I think there's like a lot of the conversations I have here are more applicable to general life than just like fighters coming up or fighting in general. But yeah, like on like where do you think the sport is? Like where do you think the top of the top division, the UFC is? Like how do you feel like it's faring? Do you think it's becoming more popular? It's less popular? The competitiveness of the cards, or like the stacked level of the cards is still as good as back in the day? Because I see a lot of this debate online, and I haven't really asked anyone about it apart from just like my friends. So I'd love to know, like, what you think.
I think. Oh, I mean, my opinion isn't always going to be. It's just my opinion.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
I still think it will always be a sport where if you want to you want to see your favorite wrestler fight your favorite striker, it can happen. Boxing, if you want to see your favorite two fighters fight, it won't happen, because it's more about the business and politics side than it is about the fans just seeing what the fans want to see. So in that aspect as well, I feel like MMA or UFC, whatever it is, will still always be better as a fan sport than it is for boxing fans. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, you won't see the top two boxers face each other unless one of them's out of their prime, or it's like maybe 5 years in the making. It doesn't take 5 years to put two of your best fighters in the UFC together. It just happens based on public demand. Whereas other sports, it's not based on public demand. It's based on how much money is whoever going to make out of it, and it's sort of wishy-washy like that. So that's the bonus, the pros for that, in my eyes.
I think that's a great point. I think people are I think that fatigue of frustration is starting to build in MMA or in the top of with UFC, because everybody's like, give me John Jones versus Tom Aspinall right now. And it's still not happening. And everybody's like starting to feel like, we're losing that sense of the UFC where we just put the best against the best straight away. But yeah, especially in boxing, like we're all still, we never got Anthony Joshua versus Deontay Wilder in their primes. We never got Anthony Joshua versus Fury. Like, what happened? You know what I mean? It's terrible.
It doesn't happen. It just don't happen.
It's actually a crime against boxing that we didn't see those fights when they were at their top, all of them. Yeah, but I also wanted to ask you, like, last week I spoke to a Cage Warriors fighter. I'm not sure if you heard of him. It's called Rhys McEwen. He's a bantamweight from Scotland. Yeah. And we had a really good conversation about kind of like the more serious side of being a fighter. I asked him, as well as yourself, you spoke about, getting a Cage Warriors belt. You spoke about reaching the UFC. Like, as a fighter who has to be in a contact sport, has to be in a sport where, getting damaged is just a reality and something that you probably have to accept. How do you deal with the reality of, taking damage to your head, to your body, but more specifically to your brain? Like, how do you deal with that in your head as you train short term and long term as you try and achieve your goals in this career?
Okay, so first of all, there are organizations that safeguard that sort of situation. So if I did have any lasting or lingering damage on the brain from a previous fight, we have to be checked. So we would see it and we wouldn't be allowed to compete. So that's the like, I don't know, the formal side of it. The second side of it is you almost got to be, I don't want to say be blind to it, but if I go into fights thinking about that, then I'm not thinking about the fight. I'm thinking about what could happen if, and then there's all the negative side. When really I should be thinking just the positive side of it. Like anything can happen in any combat sport. I can get hit anywhere. Like you can't avoid that. It just happens. So if I'm going to think about something, it's not going to be that. That will be checked when that has to be checked. After the fight, I'm going to the medical room anyway. So if I picked up any damage, they'll let you know. If I think about the damage of what's going to happen while I'm in the fight, then I'm not going to be focused on winning the fight or performing to the best I can anyway, win or lose. So you can't think about that while you're fighting. It just can't happen.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to ask.
You should think about it, but you can't do it there and then. Like it's got to be at the back of your mind until you've done the fight, and then you go and cross that bridge when you're getting checked, and then you get told there and then if you should do more, if you can't do more, if you're fine, if you're not fine. In the fight, can't think about that.
Yeah, of course, and that's why I wanted to ask about it, because it's such like I guess for you guys, it's like a kind of a catch-22, because your body, your health is your career at a certain level. But like, as you said, in the fight, you kind of have to disregard all of those things and not be worried about them because you're focused on one goal, and that's, winning and hurting your opponent and finishing your opponent. Right. So, I just wanted to get your insight on that, because I think it's a cool thing that I don't think a lot of fighters speak about. And I would have been totally okay if you're like, I don't want to speak about that because it's something that you don't want to think about before a fight. And I hope I don't like, make it. I'm not going to I don't want to bring that up, but
that was my 5 seconds on that, and that's
yeah. Okay, it's out. It's done.
Okay. That's done.
All right. So, I got some fight footage or some training camp footage of you, and we're gonna watch it. All right, because I got some exclusive footage of you right now.
From where?
It's out. I got my sources. And
Who put it out there?
I think it's self-published. Actually, I'm gonna.
Oh my!
We're gonna watch it. We're gonna watch it together. Yeah. I want to just get your.
I feel like this is not epic. This is nothing to do with the gym, is it?
No, this is intense training footage that I'm gonna share. Hold on. I want the world to see, what a professional fighter does to prepare. So,
like, I'm gonna close the interview if this isn't. I'm just going to close it off. Close it off. Come on.
We don't have to put it in if you don't want to, but we're going to...
No, you can put it in. Maybe mute it.
I'm going to share the sound so you can hear it, and we'll do this here. Hold on. Ready?
Oh, my God. No. Don't... Let's... Okay, go on.
I want you to take us through this.
Let's take us through the journey. Oh my days! This is going back how long? About 15 years.
I think it said 13 years on the video.
That's crazy. 15 years. You know what's funny about this?
What?
I wasn't even a competitor or a gym or MMA, whatever you want to call it. Back when this was.
That's what I wanted to ask, because it's so like, we'll watch it. I'll skip forward. Hold on. But
this is how I got into MMA.
Okay,
by faking it. It's how I got into it, by faking it.
Look at this hard cardio. We got hard cardio to start the training session, man.
Oh my days.
This is fantastic. Oh, look at that. Done. Wait.
Oh,
this is the bag. This is what I wanted to talk about. The bag work from day one. It's not bad, you know.
Oh my God.
Honestly, yeah, this is...
No.
But I wanted to ask you, like, so, look, you got the sprints here at the end as well. Got the hill sprints.
Right?
Look, there he goes. Anyway, I wanted to...
Do you want to explain this? Like I say, this is how I got into MMA. I went to college, yeah. I did media studies.
Oh, nice.
With media studies in college, yeah, media, film, all of that. And then one of the projects was to film a training montage. I'd never been to a gym before ever, like, and then a friend of mine used to go to a gym in Romford, and so before using that gym, we did that little thing, which you just saw there. Okay, so after I found out my friend went to a gym, we went down there to film with equipment, to use the mats and use the bags and whatnot. And then from filming in the gym, I basically just thought, I might sign up and just try like their intro classes and whatnot. And then literally that was me signing up just off the back of doing a media project. And I'm still with it, still in the fight. But now I'm here.
That's actually a great story. I don't know.
I can't believe you found. That's it. That's how I got into it. And you like, you should not have played that video, because now I'm thinking about that tomorrow when I should be thinking about winning. I'm just thinking.
Oh no! You can't blame me. Don't blame. Oh God.
There you go. Hey, there's your little banter moment. Yeah.
No, I didn't mean to laugh that much. It's just that your reaction killed me.
It's funny. It's funny. No, I'm kidding. That's funny.
Oh man, it was so funny. There was another one as well. We're not going to.
I know there's more. We don't need to come on. Like,
the other one was crazy. The other one had.
Let's get back to the interview.
Yeah, the other one had parkour in it. That was crazy. You were flipping.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. I mean, I just want to say, like, I appreciate you taking the time to speak with me. You were the first fighter to actually give me an interview when I started this podcast. So, as far as like over here, like me, my friends, like my family, we're all rooting for you. I know I'm supposed to be neutral and doing all this stuff, but yeah, we're all rooting for you. And yeah, I'm gonna be watching, and I hope you get it done tomorrow. If something, don't blame me if something happens. It's not my fault for showing you that video. But I'm sure you're gonna get it done. And yeah, just want to say I appreciate you, and thank you so much for doing and spending your time and just speaking with me, and being a good sport with the video as well, of course.
Whatever, man. Don't play that again, though. Don't say that again.
I wanted to ask you just real quick as well.
Go on.
Like, injury wise, so not this fight. We don't talk about this camp. Like, we can go years back towards the start of your career.
Yeah.
Like,
have I been injured?
Yeah. What injuries have you done? Because right now, I don't know if you can see, I've torn my labrum. I just had shoulder surgery last week, and I can't imagine like being a fighter and like I'm sidelined out of life right now. I can barely do anything. Right. Took me ages to even set up the podcast today. Like, as a fighter, your body is so important to what you do. How do you mentally deal with like a surgery or what injuries you've had in the past?
Obviously you can't be stupid and train through like severe, like grade 3 tears. But hopefully if you've been injured outside of a fight camp where there's no fight coming up, I don't believe in sitting out fully, because you can always find a way to work around that area that's injured. Like, you always can, even if it's just like you go on the bike and you're not using your shoulder, or if you're doing boxing, your one arm's gone, you just tell the coach, look, my left hand is done, I've got my right, I can jab spar, or I can work. You can always do something. So that just saves you from Ben and Jerry's on the sofa.
That's where I've been. I'm not gonna lie. That's where I've been the last week.
Yeah, I've been there too. I've been there too. I've been on both sides. I've done the whole let's stay at home is to avoid the gym because I don't want to be in there when I can't do 100%. And it doesn't end well at all. And I've also been in a place where I don't train 100%. Even if I train 30%, it's better than zero. Like it mentally as well keeps you in the game.
That is a great point.
But that's that. You can always do something. Don't fall into that. You start using my shoulders as an excuse, and now I've got to stay at home. You've got 2 legs as well, bro, and another shoulder. That is fine.
Yeah, so, I think I'm definitely a perpetrator of not doing anything because I hurt my shoulder. But
that was definitely an indirect to you. Like,
yeah, exactly. Get me back. Yeah, it's being lazy. Yeah,
don't be saying you're out of the game because one shoulder's gone when you've got 2 legs left and a second shoulder.
Yeah. Oh no, I had to freeze the Muay Thai membership. It was a sad day.
That is what I'm talking about. Yeah. Put the membership back on and go kick.
Yeah, the frozen membership and the Ben and Jerry's. Not a good combo. No. I did find a very good flavor though. Best flavor in the game. Light caramel action. If you ever have a cheat meal, Josh, that's the one you got to do. Light caramel action.
Yeah. Noted.
Anyway, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. And yeah, wishing you all the best tomorrow. As I said, we're supporting you. So yeah, just go for it, man.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
All right. Thank you so much.